Hi everyone, my name is Erin Marchiolo and I'm the Senior Director of Research and Training at the Rheumatology Research Foundation. Thank you for taking time out of your day to find out about the Foundation's peer review process. On this webinar, I'll tell you a little more about the Foundation and our Innovative Research Award. I'll also talk about the Foundation's peer review process, and finally, I'll walk you through our online grants management system. The mission of the Rheumatology Research Foundation is to advance research and training to improve the health of people with rheumatic diseases. The foundation was established in 1985, with our first grants being awarded in 1991. Since then, we've invested over $143 million back into our mission of research and training. For our current fiscal year, which started on July 1st of this year, we've committed over $10 million to support education and training, career development, and innovative research. You can see that we strive to maintain a nice balance in our portfolio between our programs focused on workforce development and those focused on research. The Foundation has an extensive awards portfolio that has opportunities for individuals targeted to every level of their career. Today, we'll talk about the Innovative Research Awards, which are targeted more to a mid-career to established career investigator. So what is the Innovative Research Award? The Foundation recognizes that supporting innovative research ideas is essential to better understanding rheumatic diseases, their causes, and the best way to treat them. The Innovative Research Award provides independent investigators with the funding they need to pursue ideas that could lead to important breakthroughs in discovering new treatments and one day a cure. This is a two-year mechanism that encourages investigators to conduct novel studies that generate new insights into the cause, progression, treatment, and outcomes of rheumatic diseases. This award is funded at a maximum of $200,000 a year for 2 years total. We encourage all peer reviewers to take a look at the Innovative Research Award request for application prior to starting your reviews. This can be found on the Foundation's website under the Awards and Grants tab, and I'll send it out as an email for easy reference. This new cycle of applications in the Innovative Research Award reflects several changes. The first is the broadening of our disease scope to include all rheumatic diseases. The next is the addition of a new Health Services Research Study section. This cycle, we've also expanded eligibility for this award to include community practitioners. With that comes a new award designation thanks to a generous donation of Dr. Norman B. Galis to specifically support community practitioners engaged in health services research. Next, I want to take some time to talk about the Foundation's peer review process and your role as a peer reviewer. The Foundation currently manages 7 separate peer review study sections representing 10 review cycles annually. Every year, the Foundation receives about 300 award applications. These are reviewed by around 80 volunteer peer reviewers, such as yourself, representing approximately 400 written critiques. There are 3 study sections that support Innovative Research Awards. The first is our Basic Science Study section, and that's chaired by Dr. Harris Perlman from Northwestern University. The next is our Translational Clinical Sciences Study section, and that's chaired by Bob Colbert from the NIAMS. Finally, our new Health Services Research Study section is chaired by Dr. Lee Callahan from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Our peer review process includes multiple steps. Applications for these awards were submitted on July 1st of 2016. Once submitted, they went through a period of administrative review by Foundation staff. During administrative review, we check the application to ensure that it's an eligible candidate, and then also check it for completeness. At this time, there's no review of content within the application. All peer reviewers filled out their conflicts of interest and areas of expertise based on project descriptions and project titles, and that's what was used by your study section chair to make reviewer assignments. Right now, we're in the phase of independent review, and we'll discuss that at length shortly. We'll also discuss the face-to-face meetings shortly as well. After applications have been reviewed, your recommendations will be forwarded to the Foundation's Scientific Advisory Council. The Council will review recommendations from all 3 innovative research study sections and make an informed recommendation for funding to the Foundation's Board of Directors. The Board will vote on awards this November. Our goal is to have award notifications sent out by early December, and then all new awardees will begin at the beginning of our new fiscal year, which will be July 1st of 2017. As a reviewer, you'll rate your assigned applications in 8 categories reflected here, and also give it an overall impact score. Review criteria includes all of the following. First, you'll give it an overall evaluation. Here, we'll ask that you briefly describe the proposed project. We also ask that you summarize the project's strengths and weaknesses. We ask that you don't make any statement within this area of your critique or any other areas stating whether or not you think this specific application should or should not receive funding. Next, we'll ask you to look at the investigator. Some questions to ask yourself are, is the investigator appropriately trained or well-suited to carry out the planned studies? If the investigator is in the early stages of independent career, do they have appropriate experience and training? If it's an established investigator, have they demonstrated an ongoing record of accomplishments that have advanced the field? If the investigator does not have specific experience on the topic of the grant, are there appropriate collaborative arrangements with experts in the area? Next, we ask that you look at the project in conjunction with the relevance to the Foundation mission. Is the proposed project relevant to the mission and applicable to our strategic plan? Specifically, will the proposed project increase patient access to care, lead to future treatments and cures, demonstrate or improve the value of rheumatology care, or expand the impact of rheumatology? Other questions to ask are, does the study address an important problem? What will the effect of these studies be on the concepts or methods that drive the field forward? Next, we ask you to look at the novelty of the project. Does the project employ novel concepts, approaches, or methods? Are the aims original and innovative? Next, the feasibility. Does the scientific environment in which the work will be performed contribute to the probability of success? Do the experiments proposed take advantage of the unique features of the scientific environment or employ useful collaborative arrangements? Is there evidence of institutional support? And is the proposed research feasible within the terms of the award, which again is a 2-year award term? Next, the methods. Are the conceptual framework, design, methods, and analyses adequately developed, well integrated, and appropriate to the aims of the project? Does the applicant acknowledge potential problem areas and consider alternative tactics? And finally, the last required component is the impact on the field. Does the project challenge existing paradigms or develop new methodologies or technologies? And then our optional category is research ethics. So we ask you to provide comments here only if you have concerns about the methods of human subject protection or the use of animals in this application. And I know I just went over a lot of questions that you should consider when you are providing feedback into each of these areas, and I want to let you know that all of these sub-questions that I just went over are outlined in the RFA if you want to print that out and have it handy while you do all of your reviews. The Foundation utilizes the same scoring scale as the National Institutes of Health. You'll assign each application an impact score ranging from 1, which is the best, to 9. We ask that you only use whole numbers while rating your assigned applications. We recommend using this scoring cheat sheet to refer to while assigning your final impact score. And we'll provide copies of these on site so you can look at the descriptor and the descriptor guidance, and we'll also provide this to you in a packet of resources that you can use as you do your reviews. Here's some helpful hints to be reminded of as it relates to scoring and writing critiques for your assigned applications. Again, I just want to remind everyone to utilize the score of 1 through 9 and only use whole numbers. Again, 1 is the highest score that you can assign an application, and 9 is the lowest score that you can assign an application. Please write in critiques for each review criteria category. While writing your critique, please keep the following in mind. Applicants are going to receive a copy of your critiques verbatim. These will be blinded when they receive them, so they will not know who their reviewer was. Please make sure that the critiques summarize the strengths and weaknesses and provide constructive feedback. For an example, a comment noting something like, "This application is feasible," does not provide the applicant with the constructive feedback that they're often seeking. And please do not make statements within your critique stating whether or not you think the applicant should or should not receive funding. The Foundation utilizes an online grants management system called Whitetag. You will have the ability to review all of your assigned applications within a private Whitetag portal. You will also rate and critique the applications within the same portal. You were sent a Whitetag user guide via email. This guide provides step-by-step instructions using pictures on everything from logging into Whitetag to submitting your reviews. Some tips on Whitetag are, number 1, that the user guide is going to be your best friend. It breaks everything down step by step and provides a lot of helpful hints to make your review process as efficient as possible. Please do not change the assigned password that you received via email. If your password is changed, Foundation staff cannot help recover your new password, and we also can't help with troubleshooting any problems that you might encounter within the system. And finally, if you have a question at any time, please feel free to contact our Awards and Grants Director, Damian Smalls, or anyone else on the Foundation staff, and we'll be happy to assist. Finally, I wanted to quickly address what happens at the face-to-face review meetings. We will start the meeting by reviewing the triage list. Triage grants are typically those that have a preliminary score that would place them out of the fundable range. Each reviewer will be given the opportunity to rescue any applications that they believe would benefit from group discussion. Next, we will review each application in alphabetical order. The primary reviewer will open the discussion by introducing the application to the group and stating their preliminary score that they assigned it. They'll provide a brief summary of the application and highlight its major strengths and weaknesses. The secondary reviewer will then add in any additional information that they think might benefit the group. After brief summaries from both the primary and secondary reviewer, we will open the application up for group discussion. At the end of the discussion, each reviewer will submit an impact score electronically. At the end of the meeting, we'll review the final slate and rank order. The study section group will confirm that they're comfortable with the way that the slate looks and will make recommendations on where they believe the funding line should be drawn. These recommendations will then be sent to the Scientific Advisory Council. And lastly, I wanted to go over a couple of final reminders. All aspects of the Foundation's peer review process are to remain confidential. This includes disclosing information regarding who has applied for an award, components of any application, the discussion that happens during review, assigned scores, and rank. You'll be asked to sign a confidentiality disclosure at the beginning of our face-to-face review meeting. This is a timeline for the Innovative Research Award Review. If you need a reminder of these important dates at any time, you can consult the first page of your Whitetag user guide. We will provide hotel and logistical information to all of you via email prior to your review meeting date. You will also receive an emailed hotel confirmation directly from your hotel about 1 to 2 weeks prior to your review meeting. And finally, in order for the Foundation to be able to reimburse you for your travel costs, we ask that you keep all original receipts. We'll provide you with a hard copy of a reimbursement form on site, and we'll also provide it electronically after the meeting. Thank you so much for serving as a peer reviewer. Your work helps us to achieve our mission of advancing research and training to improve the health of people with rheumatic diseases. If you have any questions during the review process, please do not hesitate to reach out to Damian Smalls, Kristen Gardner, or myself, and we'll be happy to help you in any way needed. Thanks again.